Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Let's keep going. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad, I'm sorry I missed it. Whoop, accidentally pulled on that cord a little bit. Maya! So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive. And proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Wow, that sounds like really awful. You have to finish by the 3rd day, or we're just gonna make a verdict anyway. Alright. So we get started here in a second. I do want to say, though, that recently I decided to watch, just like the first episode, or actually, I think I watched the second one as well, of the Phoenix Wright anime that came out relatively recently. I don't know exactly when it came out, but I was watching it just like the first and second trial, and it's certainly intriguing. It certainly gives you the story, although I kind of feel like it's made for people who've already played or seen the game, because they do go pretty quick. But I will say one of my favorite parts about the anime is the animations that are in the game are recreated really, really well in the anime. I do appreciate that, especially the one where Edgeworth gets upset or exasperated. That one is really, really good. I like that one. Anyway, so let's talk and examine, I suppose. The Steel Samurai. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. Sorry, this cable is not staying in very good for me. There we go. The director's alibi. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means that the killer is to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? I think so. I'm now getting nervous that I might not be recording the audio. Let me double check just for my own peace of mind really quick. Yeah, it's recording fine. I hadn't recorded it in a while, so I wanted to make sure that nothing was going bad, because I could see that happening. Alright, any ideas? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP? WP? Power's right. Alright, sounds good enough to me. October 19th Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. You could stop looking so vulnerable too. Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Though there's not really anything I can do to help. Ha ha ha. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Producer Vasquez. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Rumors of what? What about Director Manella? Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. And Mr. Hammer. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global... How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. I think we'll have to investigate a little bit more into that. Back to the studio where I'm sure something interesting will happen. Oh, it's an old bag. Ugh. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station, if we wanted. You eat, you die. Whew, she's alive. I'm sure she'll love to talk right now. Do you know anything about Producer Vasquez? I was wondering about D. Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Alright, how about Sal Manella? Can I ask you about Sal Manella, the director? Sal? He's soft, a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. How about Mr. Hammer? I'm sure you'd like to talk about him. About Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You'll drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really mad this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Alright, and we're just gonna leave you about that. I'm sure there's lots of places we could poke around at still and find out some more information. Let's start employee area, just in case. Maybe Sal Manella's over here. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming. Just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yarg! Oh, Gumshoe. Oh, no, no, no. No touching. Eat! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack. Guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Is that dramatic or is that dramatique? Dramatic. Indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. You want to talk about it? The plate. So, you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to sleeping pills, see? There are traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So there were sleeping pills on the plate. Looks like it. Steak plate. I present this plate to the court. Yes, that looks like someone ate steak off it. Why are you bringing me your plate? The investigation. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. Some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it. I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kinda bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. I don't. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. You can just imagine him doing this. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups. Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills. Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Alright. Is there anything else we can do in here? I don't know. Let's check out the dressing room again. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No! Oh no. That can't be. It's such a cliffhanger. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? I wonder if it had to do with that little broken piece of fence. The last episode. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. I mean, it would make sense because, you know, the whole murder thing. Be like, yeah, let's just can this one. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. What do I need to present? Maybe? What's this? This is why you can't stop the Steel Samurai. I'm sorry? I don't understand. Neither do I, Nick. Funny that I don't either. Whoops. I think evidence... Okay. This is why we can't stop the Steel Samurai? Is it the path to glory, maybe? And this is... a fan collection of all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us about what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? Gasp. It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. I don't know. That seems like that might be a little bit difficult. What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? Careful, she might bite. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Oh, who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols. Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do approve. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Is it Cody's camera? I think. Huh, what's that supposed to prove? That means nothing to me. Whoops. Do I have to go through all this again? Or maybe I don't have the evidence yet. Didn't we get a picture? Oh no, the sleeping pill bottle. Maybe that. Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers? Steak plate. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. Uh-oh. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag? You're right. 5 years ago there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Oh, see, yep, it's the fence. Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor, and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. Can you imagine, like, dying that way? I imagine that wouldn't kill you right off. You would probably still be alive from that for at least, like, a couple minutes. Like, I imagine you'd bleed out eventually, but not for, like, a minute or two, right? That's gotta be an awful way to go. Alright, so we got a picture. So we probably need to show that to somebody. Detective Gumshoe must have left by now. He's probably thinking about what to do in tomorrow's trial. I bet Edgeworth is pretty angry with him. Yeah, well, at the very least, we've got some evidence that Edgeworth doesn't, I think. That'll help, I'm sure. The assistant must have gone off somewhere. That stuff about Mr. Hammer must have come as a shock to her. Alright, so not here either. But yeah, we're going to pull out that evidence, and then Edgeworth's going to do that thing where he's like, you know, he gets down on the table and everything. It's going to be really, really good, I can guarantee it. It's going to be incredibly satisfying. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Well, let's go in that direction then. Hey, Nick. It's Miss Vasquez. Hello. 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 Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. You wanna talk? I don't know, you don't seem like you're in a talking mood. Mr. Hammer. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. I think we're gonna have to show her that evidence of that picture, probably. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer? By yourselves? Oh dear. Okay, so let's see if we can present that to her. Actually, I think I'm gonna go back and present. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old... She means the security lady. Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Not by yourselves this time. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Let's see if we can examine that fence real quick. There's some flowers here. Wow, it's so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Okay, so I guess not. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Oh, her face is getting a little scary. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys? Whoa! I guess that's the mafia. Who are they? I like the guy with his head slightly to the side. He's got a good facial expression going on there. Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! We're gonna get you a new pair of concrete shoes, see? Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry, I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick? Whew. Excuse me. Wow. It looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. To be continued. Woo. That was a bit of a shorter one. Yeah, let's definitely save there. And we're back into court. Okay, fair enough. I figured we would be. So, yeah, I guess trial's gonna be finished up tomorrow, like the whole thing. Tomorrow, or today. Whenever the next video goes up, but today in game. And, definitely look forward to that. Do just want to once again apologize for the rather lackluster upload schedule. Like I said, I'm going down to a reduced schedule, but I've even missed those deadlines, so to speak. It has been crazy busy for me in my life recently, to the point where, like, I'm not even getting, like, more than enough time to, like, make dinner and go to bed after work kind of thing. And to be perfectly honest, I am about, like, 10 minutes away from falling asleep right now. But I'll probably, with enough perseverance, be able to get this edited and uploaded and then immediately fall asleep. It's just been so busy lately. But, that being said, we'll definitely be making a stronger effort towards getting back on that, reduced schedule still, that 3 times a week. It's just, off days are like my only chance to actually do anything. So, last off day I had, which was almost a week ago, I spent playing RimWorld the entire time and not actually recording anything. And, that's fun to do sometimes, but I do still want to get this upload schedule done. I do like this game, and I can't play the game without recording it and all that stuff. So, anyway, rambled on a bit there at the end, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll drop my pin and see you guys next time for some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Bye.